from David Warner. He's been absolutely brilliant behind the stumps.
How are we all? This is Norman Kochnick here. Yes, Angela Matthews has just been dismissed by line. Things are going very well for Australia, seemingly at 6 for 140. Although Mendes is there to spin it, but more importantly for me, it's Naroshan Dickwella, not at 31 or 23. He's a man who can break score runs. It would be much better if, of course, I think it was partnered by Angela Matthews and other players. But no, sorry for last night, guys. The preview didn't take place. This series was meant to see the likes of possibly Glenn Maxwell take centre stage, but I'm afraid, well, not afraid, but looks like Travis Head has been able to prove his fitness and is actually in the side. We obviously have the same structure as Swepson, already taken 2 wickets. You can say justified his position in the side. Sri Lanka now 6 143. Lions also got 2 with Swepson. So 2 for both Lyon and Swepson. And on top of that, you've got 1 for the likes of Stark and, of course, Cummins. Lyon has been sure I got a big wicket here. That's a big wicket. I would argue that to Angela Matthews is a tremendously important wicket, especially on this wicket. The fact that we do have still a fair bit of time to go in the match to really judge how good or bad it is. Himanshu chasing to is not going to be easy, Norman. Now, it's not Himanshu. Nice to see you there. If Sri Lanka bowl to their capability, which we know is made, Umbaldenia is an amazing bowler and can spin the ball a truckload. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Schwab's been very close to getting a century. Dinesh Chanel maybe past his best, I'd argue. But the one in now, Roshan Dickwell on 31, look, for God's sake, I hope he gets 100. To me, he's somebody who deserves to get 100, and I've got no doubt about that at all. I'm just going to make sure everything's okay. All right, okay. All right, we're here. So, guys, can you all hear me clearly? I've got 2 shows on, so I've got the one that relates to this particular test match. There's also the gig, the banter corner. I'll continue to follow this match, actually. Roshan Dickwell looks like he didn't quite get a 4 there. Mitchell Stark's there in essence. We've got, of course, we've got Cummins there. Hazelwood's unfortunately the man who's been. Munchie, good morning all. How are you? I hope that you're good, Munchie. And Munchie, let me know if you want to come on because we can talk a bit about England as well. England and of course India are about to play a test match on the 1st of July, which is only 2 days away. This is the 29th of June. And Munchie, it's good to see you there. Look, good old Mitchell Stark. This is, trust me, Galle is oppressively hot. It is oppressively hot. It's a damn sight hotter than most grounds you'd ever imagine. So we'll hope for Australia's sake that they don't suffer too much on this system. And I hope these batsmen now. Swepson seems to be spinning at a yard or 2, and he's taken already 2 wickets on almost on a hat trick. So Dickwell is not mucking around. 34 off 24. This is his home ground. This is the day I want to see. I want to see my good old mate Naroshan Dickwell get 100. This is the day that he needs to show his wares, and I think he can. Oh, let's go sort this board out. And I think he can. I think he's got a lot of ability there as a batter, and he can score lots and lots of centuries. He's well known for his century scoring. I'll sort this out a bit, guys. Sorry, there's a bit of a wonky board there. All right, so at this point in time, I'm trying to clean out everything, as you can see. My mother's home. Dickwell is on 34 off 24. Kumar Dharmasen is in his 72nd test. A good friend who calls me boss. Nitin Menon is also in his 12th test. They're the on-field honours. It looks as though Swepson certainly in his element here, and he should damn well get wickets. Why Cam was not bowling? I don't know. Because it should. I'm sure Cam Green hasn't been needed so far, to be really honest with you. Okay, so after 40 in the 45th over here, Dickwell's got a single. He knows his stuff here. So I love Dickwell. His chat behind the stumps is legendary. He's quite a character, absolute character. So it was COVID. Sorry, mate. I feel like crap. Look, even worse. England did well. Funny comment on cricket. Why can't India play last year's England? So I love that. Actually, it's very funny. Pauline, win the toss, win the game. So 1-0 to Sri Lanka. Well, you would have thought so, but we'll wait and see. I mean, it's all about how well they bowl in return. And you would think that there's not much doubt that Sri Lanka will turn on a real spinning effort when they get to play. They're 148. If Sri Lanka can ink out more than 200, you could see it being a reasonable total on a pitch like this. Quite frankly, I've seen days where both Joe Wardner and Sangakkara have scored big on this particular week, and including Angela Matthews as well. So it's a ground that can certainly seem to be a ground with a score. So look at the dismissal. Sanka for 23, played a ball he shouldn't have. Demuth 28, got off to line. Mendes played a very bad shot for 3. Matthews was looking good on 39, but out. Jaya 14, and showed him my first ball for a duck. That's not good. Dick Weller's not at 35, and obviously Mendes is on 4. They've got Embaldenia, and then they've got Van der Zee, Asif, who's the fast ball. And yeah, I think that Paul Newman's ideas are not wrong. This is pretty crumbling already. Yes, not sure we have coverage here. It certainly is crumbling. It's probably there's several sets of grounds on the ground there at Galle, and I can trust you to pick the worst one. They usually pick not the most obvious one, which is the middle one. They pick an edge one. But this ground, this well-known in Russian, Dick Weller. And he's now playing some rather. He's getting a bit too adventurous. That's the way he plays. We must remember that. Lions not happy with being played at, so we'll just wait and see. I hope Russian Dick Weller keeps his head. He's still got enough batters there for him to ink out a bigger score. So let's see. Lucky of the game in the last 3 days. Actually, I think you're not far from the truth there, Paul. We'll wait and see. It's going to get worse rather than better. Lions coming into bowl. Dick Weller. Dick Weller knows his ground very well. Superb ground. Oh, there we are. So I got caught Warner and the silver was caught Carey and nicked it. And then an incredible catch there. Next ball. Ball certainly tweaking around. And certainly is tweaking around. Nathan Lyon's got 2 for 73 off 28. So he's also gone for a few runs as well. Mendes he's a spinner that he's batting relatively high in the order. See how he goes. So this is going to be followed, obviously, by the England-India test on Saturday. Actually, no, on Friday, as a matter of fact. They're loving to sweep. They're not really getting onto it at all, are they? Yeah, I was meant to have the show on last night to preview the whole series. This series is only 2 games. But there's no doubt about it. This is going to be exciting. And I'm hoping like hell I can get there for the second match. Moment direct. Dick Weller's on 36 not out. Loves his sweep shot. Nathan Lyon's very happy. He's taken 2 wickets. Nathan Lyon, I think, is going to get 5 more, and he could well be in the top 10 of bowlers overall of all time. Sake it was amazing. Is Sri Lanka batting poorly? Is it pitch doing tricks? What's the pass score in the first thing? Look, Sahaj, it really depends. You can get 300-400 on this ground as well. I've seen batters go for a lot of runs once they get on all the spinners. But I think a pass score would be around the 220 to 240 mark. I would argue that's a pass score, around 250, depending on, again, it depends. It's going to get worse rather than better. So, yeah, Australia won't get 400. Australia won't want 400 in the batting if they want to win this game. There's no way. I can't imagine Australia getting 400 this weekend. With a person like Usman Khawaja, potentially, but no, this Embaldenia is going to carve up a little bit. His bowling is tremendous, especially on this wicket. This wicket spins like hell, and it will continue to spin. This is only the first couple of hours of the first day, and it's going to get worse. And that great forward in the background there. And let's be honest, I'm not knocking Lyon and Swepson, but for them to be so successful so early in the test match is a little bit interesting in itself. And bowlers of the caliber that we know Sri Lanka have that can bowl well on a much later time of the day. Well, it's going to be hell-raising for Australia. So the fact is, the last 2 matches, Sri Lanka spinners gave 5+ runs against Bangladesh. Yeah, but they Bangladesh do suit spin bowling more. So, okay, well, was that in Sri Lanka, though? I don't know if that was in Sri Lanka. At the moment, Sri Lanka has not got much batting left. Look, Nasanka got 38, Matthew 32, so they've got a couple of starts there. And it's the It's the Warren Murali Trophy that they're playing for. Very interesting indeed. It's going to be great. Great to see. Great photographs there. And Russian Dickwell on 36. I've had a lot to do with Russian Dickwell throughout his career, especially early on when he was only a young kid, like in his early teens. Well, it's very unusual to be reverse sweeping a leg spinner. It's a rather hard thing to do, but Russian Dickwell seems determined. He's not in a 50-50 over match. He's in a test match. Strongest spinners struggled the last series. We'll wait and see how they go here. Really, Swepson should be chomping at the bit here with 232 off into his 10th over. This is exactly the condition he should be carving up. And maybe Sri Lanka should have bowled other spinners, but we'll see. It seems to me that Angelo Matthews got for 39. That was a real pity. He got out to a ball that the balls were all pitched about off stump, and he came out to them. The moment he didn't play back, he popped the ball up. Yes. The front foot, back foot play was wrong there. Although Angelo Matthews still scored 39, but yeah, we'll wait until Australia bat before we judge any score on this wicket. Let's remember that. Okay. Swepson, who should be in his element here. I think the last time they toured, he actually was with the group, if I can remember correctly. It was in 16. No, I don't think he was. He didn't come on long after that, but he's been out of it for a while. So 6-155. Angelo Matthews cutting his fingernails. But unusual. So Dick Weller, 37 not out, facing Swepson. Oh my God, that was well outside leg stump. He's popped it through a gap. He'll get two, but I don't know how he got it in that place at all. He's taking some pretty big risks here. Dick Weller moves to 39 now. He's equal top score. I still maintain that Russian Dick Weller should actually open the batting. He is an opener by trade, even though he's a keeper, and did sensationally well there for his skill size over the years and earlier days, and he was brilliant. There he's just clobbered him to an area down where line is and forward square. Dick Weller's moved to 40, and that's the end of the over. Russian Dick Weller has to convert one of these scores. He's got something like 50-odd test matches, and he's, not scored a century. Swepson's bowling the lobs. Dick Weller's very used to spin. Swepson's left the field. I don't know what that's about. Hopefully a toilet break. Sort of come out of the back of his hand and not really spun the way that. Why is not Maxi playing? Siddharth, it frustrates me now when I'm not a Travis Head fan, you know that, and the fact that he's recovered sufficiently and come into the game. I would have loved to have seen Maxwell, and that would have been Maxwell's reckoning. But anyway, Dick Weller's virtually playing everything by way of a sweep shot. Yeah, so I think Lyon is fast edging on that top 10 positioning. I think he needs 7 wickets. He's got 2 now. Head, no, yeah, oh God. I'm not a fan of him at all. I'm sorry. And even though these are conditions, you know what? He's going to be found there. I'm going to tell you now, my honest, genuine opinion is the Head will try to hit out and he'll get out. They'll have his measure. These Sri Lankan spinners on a Galle test wicket will have him for breakfast, to be honest with you. Especially the last innings of the match. Oh, geez. Australia will be in deep trouble. If they've got a score of 200 plus to chase, they're going to be struggling. I hate to say it. And they'll learn from this, but they're going to be struggling. Even though they played a series of T20s and ODIs, they're going to be struggling on this wicket. There's the old, there's them showing some ships. They're almost prodigiously sweeping. Mendes is now, it's his second one he's done. Well, Mendes looks like he can bat, which is good. We want him to stay with Dick Weller because Dick Weller can get a big score here. He's on 41. And he wants to do well. Come on, Rosh and Dick Weller. Century time from Dick Weller. Come on. Lions 2 for 79, which is he's taken 2 wickets, but he's been somewhat expensive on a pitch that day 5 of this pitch. Imagine day 5. We won't get to day 5, Paul. It's already breaking up. It's day 1. It's already breaking up. But they are playing the ball well. These guys know what they're doing. They're playing them with this sweep, a very distinct sweep shot. And when they know what they're doing, because this wicket is already breaking up. The footmark's already there. And we're only in the first hours of play. In fact, how long ago did the game start? The game started only, it's 2:30 time ago, which was 7 o'clock here. So it's only been going for an hour and a bit. No, it's more than that. Sorry. They've had a session. They're in the second session now. Not enough time for the wicket to break up. So there's going to be 4 overthrows. Yep, 4 overthrows, big time. So Mendes will be very happy about that. Why is Dearest doing that? What are they appealing for his LBW or what? I think that's a bit unusual. Let's see this. I'm not sure they're appealing for. No, it's spun too much. It's going to miss leg stump. Pretty convincingly going to miss leg stump, if you ask me. It's spinning far too much. It's in front, but is it missing? I thought it was missing by a fair degree as well, not just a small miss. Leg bias. What did they run for from the overthrow? Shrunk a 6-1-61 here. Not forgetting that in less than 2 days' time, or that 2 days roughly, India will be taking on England in England. Well, Munchie will come back with you for that, I'm hoping. Let's just see what the story is there. Kumadam Damasceno played in the 96 World Cup. There I am talking my head off already. Let's see what we're going on here. Damasceno, incredible player that he was, obviously also. No. So, do you think umpires should be removed? Yes, I hate it. Dearly hate it. Should only put at least 300 in Australia. First links want to be there. Yeah, Australia's going to be probably struggling to score 300 on this wicket. Dick Weller 42, Mendes is on 10. The score's 6 for 166. What is this? Okay, we'll plug up the plug things. Part 2, media comes live preview. Here we go. What is that? Too early, they're saying. Okay. We'll wait and see. So, okay. Russian Dick well off 42 off 37. So he's run a ball. He's well above that. Swepson and Mendes is on 10 off 14. 6-1-66. He's played that well very late and it's taken all the way. And this has played that well and his head's going to break it down. No, he's not. He's not going to get that. Head looks unfit to me and he's not running with his full gas. If Australia lose 2-0, are they still in contention for the World Test Championship final? Good question. I think they are, but they're going to make it difficult for themselves, certainly. But yeah, it's going to put Sri Lanka in contention, actually. But more importantly, India, South Africa, and Pakistan will be able to surge a little bit ahead. But yeah, Australia, you would think, would still be in with a chance, good chance, but they do need to play well here, at least winning one of the two matches. It was a shocking delivery, but it didn't go anywhere. Current run rate is 3.5 for Sri Lanka, which is not bad. Norman Newman, they have to face 4 tests against India in India, so they have to win this series. So, Haj, I thought you might be right, but maybe I'll be out of the question. Oh, well, that ball's one. Ball spun, but you play your line, assuming they lose against India. Yeah, that's assuming they lose against India. Well, let's just see how they go here. They've got Sri Lanka 6-1-70 after 48 overs. Russian Dick Willard trying to sneak a single. It didn't quite go anywhere. Mendes can bat the things, which I'm happy about. The ball's spinning, and it does suit a Swepson bowler, yes, but it's more the pitch than the bowling. Oh, he's got 2 slips, mind you. Mendes has absolutely smashed us down the ground with a great deal of contempt. This Mendes can bat, despite being an off spinner. He's more than an off spinner. He can bat. He's on 18 now. 174 for 6. Sri Lanka get 250 plus, which they can still get if Dick Willard hangs around. Will make it interesting. Well, left out of Hazelwood, so that's a bit of a loss in some ways. So I am following the show with the gig Banter Corner, talking cricket, and obviously the cricket discussion will continue with Sri Lanka and Australia. A lot of the people that will be online have actually been there with me to Sri Lanka and played games of cricket on this ground. So Gall's well known to us. I played there 2 or 3 seasons. Love the ground. Love SSC. I didn't get to play SSC, but we played on Asigiria. Pretty sure we played at Pisar Oval. In the areas behind the Candy buildings there, you've got a whole host of it is, but watch it. Aussie batters will also suffer from high quality spin attack. They will. They certainly will. They're going to find that not easy. You're right. You're absolutely right. Dick Weller 42 or 37 balls, of course, and Mendes 18 of 20, 49 overs passed. Fair score. People up on the top of the hill looking at watching the game. Umbrellas up. It'll be belting hot and sunny. We're looking at Mitchell Starc coming into the attack, which will suit Dick Weller. Dick Weller won't be afraid to face the likes of Starc on this wicket. We'll see how he goes. Some red flag, like a kite, I guess, a long, very, very long kite flying through the air there. Everybody seems to like to grow a beard. So Starks at 7 overs, no maidens, 24 for 1. He got the wicket of Kushal Mendes, caught off a 1. Dick Weller's always good with talents. I want him to be good with a higher order batsman. In fact, he should open. Give him a go and opener for Sri Lanka. He's always getting runs lower down. Scored several thousand runs, but not had a chance of getting century, which he's capable of doing. He's now 42 not out. He's a quality batsman. He made important knocks. He certainly has some ownership, but he's got to be able to get the opportunity to score hundreds because he's a prolific hundred scorer in most forms of cricket. Just hasn't the opportunity. Scored a few in the ODIs. Hasn't that much of a T20 go, but his Test career has been sound. But he needs to be given the opportunity to take more time to bat and get runs. His very first innings on this wicket, actually, he got 79 or something, and it was his very first innings overall, and he was heading for a century, but didn't get it. Got to be wary of this Stark loose ball. Mitchell Stark looks, if anything, very skinny. You got, of course, they got the old man of men. Of course, we got Merv Hughes there with his AST group that are travelling through Sri Lanka. Nick Wells placed the ball very nicely. In fact, he's beaten the fielder, and it could well make its way all the way to the boundary if it's good as it has. Oh, Kawaj has saved it there, ever so just. I would hope that Dick Weller got 3 off that. Is there a reverse with old ball? Not really on these books. Not really. You don't get too much. It's amazing how Kawaj was able to get up off the ground and stop the ball again. We can't really see whether he stopped it in time. He may not have. He may not have. Dick Wells on 45. See, has he made it? He was over the boundary, but not being over the boundary. I'd argue if you're over the boundary, you're over the boundary. Seemed to have given it in favour of the fielder. Did well at 45. He desperately score 100. Six down. They've still got 4 wickets in hand. And Dick Weller could well ink out a bigger score. Mendes is going to stay with him. Oh, I'd love to have a Sri Lankan curry right now. Oh, my God. And Australia needs to bat well. They do. Absolutely. And it's very unlikely that they, I'm afraid to say that, oh, he's cut. How did he cut? How could you cut your finger there? It's incredible how he cut his finger there on his own shoe. Most bizarre. He's looking at his finger again. He's not happy with it. Did he do it again? Oh, Naresh Dick Weller. We've got to see him score a century. That's supporting guys. It's 7 o'clock here in Australia. Let's have a look at this. A live preview there. That's the preview day 5. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay. All right. 6 for 178 here. Stark is bowling to Dick Weller. Mendes got a single. Play another good shot. It's this time hasn't quite gone through the gap this time. Come on, Austin. It's time to get a century. Aussies have to use spin attack continuously while they're using pace again. Yeah, it's a good question. Good question. There's no reason why. The session one was 27 overs, was 68, 2 for 68. The second session, 23 overs, 110. Much brisker run rate, but they've taken 4 wickets in the process. Typical Galle stadium has got very little shelter. The history of Galle is amazing, especially for me. I love the place. Been there numerous times. Dick Weller is with him. Mendes is on 19. They've had 50 overs go past. Let's get this up there. Come on, Sri Lanka. Make it a game. 250 plus will be a reasonable effort. That was a perfect ball to sweep, actually. It was right on a leg stump. That was fairly full. Man, this looks quite good quality. As Warner said in the media conference, the pitch conditions backfired for Sri Lanka. Well, I don't know what that means. Why is it backfired for Sri Lanka? Some of the better batsmen have got out cheaply, but there's a long way to go. Terence Aldrin, would you love to see more test matches played in the subcontinent? Same here. Absolutely adore this part of the world. Conditions, the food, the weather, the drama. Your thoughts about Australian bowling? My thoughts? Well, Stark and Cummins to me have been pretty sound, yes. Swepson's got everything going for him, so he needs to take wickets. Lyons look pretty effective, though. So, yeah, I'd say Australia bowled relatively well, but we yet to see Sri Lanka on their own terms, and that's where we're going to need to see whether how good Australia have actually bowled, if that makes any sense. And there's an unusual shot from Dick Weller. He's got it 4 wickets, it's gone for 4. I don't know how he does that, but he does it well. There's a forward sweep. Swepson with it. If Dick Weller gets on top of Swepson, he'll carve him. Because this Dick Weller would just adore to hit this guy all over the ground. He's playing this reverse sweep with great. There's nobody there, and he knows exactly what he's doing. There's a massive gap there. Why drive the ball when you can sweep it like that and get 4? Again, he swept conventionally, and he's just got his 50. Dick Weller's now 50 off 42 balls. The hole he's bat up high. Russian Dick Weller has scored 2,652 runs, average of 33. 21 50s, yet to score a century. Fine of capability, worthy of centuries. 21 50s without a century. He brings a century, it'll bring him down to 20 50s. But let's have him do that. Scored 2,652 runs. Deserves a century. Let's keep going. Sri Lanka, a 6 for 184. Partnerships already 45 are becoming very, very crucial, and indeed. Something's gone wrong there, and he's played a shot that's gone down the leg side. I'd say that'll be have to be buys. Lydia tickles it. Not showing it. Extras have gone to 11. 6 for 188. A ball didn't spin at all and went straight through. Not exactly good keeping by Kerry, to be very honest with you. Partnership at 49 or 47. These two handle it quite well. Real pity that Matthews didn't stick around. Lots of Aussies travelling at the moment. Let's see here. Dickwell falling Stark. Loves pace, actually. He loves pace bowling. He's great at pace bowling. Dick Weller can bat, and he's determined, I'm pretty sure, to get a fat 100. Come on, Dick Weller. Has to hold his head and keep batting the way he is, and he'll score 100. After 21 50s, he's deserving of 100. Some 2,652 runs in 88 innings now for his country, averaging 33.15. Not a bad batting average for a keeper at all. And constantly does this, but just doesn't tick it from 50 to 100. It's his day. Let's hope. Very fidgety is Dick Weller. Very fidgety indeed. But he's Trinity College, played against my Morton Cricket Club, travelling back in the day. It's a slow ball. Dick Weller not perturbed by the pace. That was 129 anyway. So this partnership now is 50 or 51 balls. And Washington scored 21 of them, and he's sharing it pretty well. They had 4 overs from Shepton. He'd taken 24 over the line. He's taken almost 12. And Stark has been the most economical of the bowlers so far. Seems to like Swepson the most. Stark is in his 9th over at the moment. Dennis looks very competent. He's had a nice on drive there. And it has been quoted not liking all this running, I don't think. Score. Mendes has comfortably gone to 22 here. And we have Dick Weller on 51. This is an okay partnership. 6 for 191. Get this 250 plus, and it'll become a game. Embledini is the threat for sure. I don't know how good the other spinners that are with him are, but I'd say Embledini is the threat. It's 138 Ks, wasn't exactly fast. I think Dick Weller has the record for the most 50s without scoring 100 in Test cricket. if it has not been mentioned here, second behind Warney for most runs without a century. And you're right, that hasn't been mentioned by me, but I didn't want to say that. I don't want that to continue, but you're right. He has scored the most 50s without scoring a century, you're right. And he's worthy of bigger scores. So I'm afraid he's a really, really good batter. And he normally, well, in all of his short form, he opens. He normally opens up the break. Is that they've gone up for a break here? So, Ross and Dickwell not at 50. Well, he's looking very good indeed. They're clapping him off, as they should, Van der Sar and Silverwood. Bit of rough seas off the Galle coast. Very important partnership. He's top scored now. And really, he's batting below Chandamal and Jay. I would argue he should be higher than that. In fact, I put Dickwell as an opener. I would put Nasanka at first drop and put Mendes at second drop. That's what I would have done. Anyway. Again, the review of the day one highlights. We've got Matthews hit a few balls through there. Nasanka's pulled away. There he's nicked it. The next ball is actually Nickel, a great force hit it through mid wicket. Russian beautifully drove that ball in the ground, so there's been a lot of good batting going on there. So we're at T on day one. Russian Nickel seems to be playing some incredibly good reverse sweeps. Forward of, well, actually in the cover region, as a matter of fact, amazing shots. Very competent 50 here from Russian Dickwella. Australia going to use full bowls. They have not used Cam Green at this point. Start comes both ball 9 overs. Lions bowl 22 and Strepson 12, with the latter getting 2 wickets each. The first getting 1 each. Very rough waters of the waters of Galle. Not forgetting the infamous tsunami that hit there in 2004 or 5. I can't remember the year. I've probably deliberately forgotten that was 17 years ago, 18 years ago. I was there for that. Swepson's taking his wickets, but I'm predicting Labuschagne, Smith, Head all to fall very quickly. Warner might get a few, and a Khawaja, but the rest. Khawaja's the danger. He could get a big score on this. This would suit him if he plays the way we know he can. The rest, I'm not. Both, even Cam Green, Cam Green, Head, Smith, Labuschagne will have trouble this weekend. This one close anyway that I've got some confidence, even though he didn't play well here last time. In fact, he was dropped because of his performance here. Okay, anything over 250 is a very, very good score. Things will get tougher for Australia. They certainly will, especially in the second innings. They get immensely tougher. Immensely tougher. It's going to be quite a difficult second innings for Australia. As long as, of course, Sri Lanka bat well, and they're both their innings, which we're looking at what looks like a potential of that now happening. Yeah, we've got 76 here. Okay, you predicted 1-1 Norman. I did. I still think Australia might have a chance in this, once they learn what to do on this pitch. They may be a better proposition in the second test. Amish Mendes and Lutz Emildinia will run through the Australian style. Well, that's going to be interesting. Dave Warner is Kate Walker in some kind of pitches. He doesn't do that. Not a great player in these conditions. All right, Oliver, I would agree with you on that one. Looking at showing Shane Warne. It's very famous. It's his famous hat trick. Ian Healy, the keeper. Swepson is so inconsistent bowling loose balls way too often. I agree, Sebastian. I'm afraid he has certainly done that. Come inside.
The door's locked.
It must be unlocked. Push it.
Oh, okay.
Christopher's here. How are you?
Good.
I'm live still.
Are you live?
Say hello.
Hey.
I've been offered. I've been brought some under the week. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to build for?
What do you got?
So yeah, we've got some lovely food, guys.
Keys.
What?
Keys.
Oh, at the door.
At the door.
So that's some Thai chicken curry.
Oh.
All right, so you're going now already. What time is it?
They come at 7:30, right?
What, well, you
7:20.
you got his phone number there, haven't you? You give him a call. Give him a call and I'll send him a message though as well, right?
I think I got his WhatsApp.
Yeah. Yeah. What's for dinner? What's for dinner? Like I've got what have I got? Spring rolls. I've got chicken curry, Thai chicken curry, which is always my favourite. From my favourite place, Chat Thai. So Hiran, well, I thought, good morning. Why do you think about switching by? Oh, look, he's got his wickets, but he's not on a wicket that he should be getting wickets on. He's taken 2 wickets on a wicket, which really should favour him easily. So, there's no reason why he shouldn't be taking wickets. I'm not impressed. I'm not a big fan of him, to be honest with you. Well, other people are, but I've yet to see him show me that he's worth all the fuss. That's what I reckon. So, it's great. So he's on Virgin, I think.
Yes.
You got a haircut.
Yep.
Oh. Christopher, say hello.
Hey guys. Hey, how you going?
Good.
For a second, I thought that was Paul Norman.
No, not Paul Norman. Paul Newman. All right.
So, what are you watching tonight?
Australia versus Sri Lanka in Galle. There's a replay. I just break time.
Yeah, I think Norman's got his first sponsor, Uber Eats. So this is your time to get out your
Uber
phone
Eats, you should be
and
sponsoring.
start ordering some green Thai from your nearest
Well,
Thai place. And Norman gets a 5% referral bonus.
it's actually not Uber Eats. It's actually Christopher Eats. All right, so bring him over. Well,
You want to hear? Let's bring him out.
bring him to his place. Let him go to his place, and I'll come to.
From Bali to Perth and then Perth here.
I think it was in Perth.
Oh, okay.
So give him a call. He's on Virgin. All right.
Well, I messaged him. He doesn't have internet reception.
Well, it's only. Did he say that?
Well,
He's on the
it
plane.
shows there's no tick.
What time is it? Now?
It's 7:20.
He hasn't landed yet.
Yeah. Still got 15.
Right. You go with them there, and I'll catch up with you later. Right?
Yep.
Well, I was trying to get
But
there.
you already haven't done
I'll eat again.
Oh.
All right? All right. You take care. Don't forget, I haven't got keys, so you've got to come back and get me eventually.
Yeah, I got it on that.
This is
How many keys do you have?
What?
How many keys do you have? You got keys to the city here.
We'll take them all off then. Just take the
No,
card.
that's okay. I'm just saying, it's not like a lot of keys.
Don't lose any. All right. If you want to take them off, you can.
No, I'm just saying a lot.
All right. You better head off.
Yeah.
All right?
Right.
So, yeah. Say goodbye to Crystal, guys. We'll be back later.
Yeah.
Did you follow Lewis Cameron in regards to what? Yeah, true. Hello, Chris. So, Hunt century in this pitch. Well, maybe not. Stokes, punt, and now Dick Weller. So his left-hand nemesis continued. True. Dick Weller's a great player and an incredibly good batter. He's very, very underrated. And he scores if he bats high on the order, he could easily keep. Well, don't forget, Sangakkara batted up high in the order when he was keeping. He kept quite a bit of time actually. So wait and see how the future of Dick Weller. Dick Weller's already been around for some time. He's not a new kid on the block. He's been there since 2014. I mean, his first match very well. He got 79. If I remember correctly, it looked sensational then. Looked absolutely sensational. My mother was cremated today. She'll be actually laid to rest soon. I can't say the date because someone might be listening to me, but it's Saturday. Yeah, we were so right about Dick Weller. I thought he was an average player, but he is class. He is similar. Henry Hunt, his centering Australia match says, yeah, well, that's true. Let's give it some time. We'll wait and see. We'll see how things develop. But Norris and Dick Weller, absolute class. He loves the conditions really, really well. He's a Sri Lankan champion. He played for Trinity College in Canterbury. One year he scored centuries coming out of his ears and has been a prolific century scorer most of his batting career. Even though he's a keeper, he is probably well renowned for his batting more than anything else. To tell the truth. I've got a decent spoon here. It's full, somebody else, but it's not. I'm not honest spoon, I can't find it. All right, so rest in peace, Munchie. Yeah, lovely photos I put on there. I might do a bit of a recording of the ceremony because if you see the place where my mother's buried, it is sensational. It is. He will score from the Aussies. I can't see anyone scoring through. Now I can't see much either. I think the only one that's going to score runs is of course, our mate, our opener, Usman Khawaja. The rest, I don't rate. Warner could. I don't think so. If Dick Weller scores something between 50 and 50, the trouble show. Oh, yeah. Dick Weller played his first test match on this ground back in 2014. I remember watching it. Very proud of him. Those of you who don't know, Ross and Dick Weller, I knew when he was about 14, played against me. I mean, he was messages here. It's Rapakshi. Some people who just shouldn't be allowed to be. No, this is full of incredible King woman, actually, right? Just has it. So really, Australia, haven't been really showing up. I'm pretty much saying that. Okay, we're looking at it. Tax best defensive pitcher is doing well. Right, so why is Hazelwood not playing today? Well, that's good. Celtic, good question. I think Cummins he's a captain. He'll be in there every time now. Looking at Shane Warne. Looks fit. I'm just pouring my rest of my thing before we get back to the. Some lovely lunch, guys. It's tea break. We should be eating. Breaking news: Rohit Sharma will not play fifth test. Oh, hello. Is that really? Where are you getting this breaking news from? Gora 86. What do you think, Norman? 50 score in the first one would be a good score in the bracket quicker? Yes, it is. It's an excellent score. Dick Weller is showing how good he can battle it. Once I move from this show, guys, I'll be moving to the other platform called The Gig. I'll have a number of other people on their shows. We can talk more about them. From reporters in Twitter. Okay. I haven't checked it. 300 struggle, then we can safely say 1-0 tonight. Well, not safely, but yeah, relatively. Australia will struggle enormously. Australia will struggle in the second innings on this wicket, without a doubt. So with Rohit Sharma not playing the fifth test match, it will be pressure on Kohli to still own your views on. Yeah, of course. Kohli's overdue by a truckload. Mark my words, when Kohli gets his act together, one day it'll floor. Did you see that Rohit Sharma it's not recovering from COVID well. Hard to do quickly. It's not as easy as it sounds to recover from COVID, to be honest with you. Just want to see this bit of leftover. Look, this is a great lunch for me, guys. Thanks for putting up with me for a while. We don't want to miss out on the game, but I don't want to miss out on this food. It's got green leaves. It's very Sri Lankan-like, actually, if I'm being honest with you. Yesterday, Ireland, because Ireland gave attention to all. You got to give it to Ireland. They stood up. They tried their best. They did a very good job. They almost won. They scored a score that which most ground teams would have not lost. But they didn't take them out too easily. Maybe too. I've got to respect Ireland. They're trying to guts out to be a part of this cricket scene. Okay, so yes, Australia need to restrict at least to 220. Restrict Sri Lanka to 220. We need to take a lot of wickets after the break. This is only the first day of playing. The wickets already like a fifth day. It's very. I think Oliver Lumpkin said it. Or someone said it. There was like a fifth day wicket on the first day. Your views on Deepak Hooda innings? South Vic Pagaro, very impressive. He's taking his opportunities really well. Now, Carroll, no Rohit Sharma, and he will still win it. Remember, India to Australia when Cole. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, I remember. I'd love to see Ross and Dick Weller be a captain, actually. Right out of the mould of the column in a lot of ways. Oh my God. I think Russian Dick Weller had his 50th Test match wicket to that Test match cap. And he should be playing a lot more than 50. Go on, the Russian baby. It's good in all formats too. Oh, don't keep hopes so I can't even get to 150 no matter how. Well, let's see. You wouldn't think so. Travis Head 100 loading. No way, Oliver. I'm afraid I can't say that, man. Is that chicken biryani of Australia you're eating? No, it's actually Thai, as in Thailand, Thai chicken curry. Well, Head can't play swim here. I think Head will struggle. They made a mistake not putting Maxwell on the side, and they're going to regret it. Maxwell should be in the bloody side. Simple as that. Russ and Dick Galle here, 50. The beautiful Galle staying there, wherever the Galle fought. It was from Nicholas straight after the mark, after the break. It was to 52. Score 192. Is Hazelwood injured? No, he's not. Gary is not injured. Shane Watson and Australia batting is really good. Their top four are experienced and play spin well. Who was Australia's second spinner? Because Australia won 2 spinners, especially in also. So Malik, it's actually Scrapson who's taken 2 wickets behind line. And they would have had Maxwell, but Head decided to pop his head up, and so I'm ready to play. And I'm not happy with that. So Afridi, Mendez, Tammy, and Shaw. Okay. I think you missed Marnus and Warner batting in as they struggle. Who are Australia's paces suited? They're Stark and Ramesh Mendez has got 52 first-class matches, 25 runs, 39 average, 5 centuries. Not bad. Cummins is start. Correct to say, Hutch. This is a bloody good medal. Head is an attacking cricketer we saw in Sri Lanka batting. When someone attacks at batting, it looks easier though. Head played big part in the session. Wait and see. Well, I know he's done okay of late. He did well in Australia, he did well in Pakistan, but wait and see. Maxwell would have been the one to get the opportunity to, really. This is going to be a real test, especially for Labuschagne, as he was unable to play spin in the ODI. I'm not predicting him. I'm predicting Labuschagne, Smith, Head, even Green, not to play well. Warner and Khawaja are the key to the opening of the innings. Those two put on a good start, then things will be a lot easier. But that's important. Cummings has taken a wicket, but he looks rather ineffective. Mendes is walking out of him easily. He's bowling 133 Ks, which is well under his pace. Yeah, Warner made 99. Yeah, he did. He can get runs. I'm not saying he can't, but if he doesn't, he can also fall quickly too. Yes, I'm a picky. Oink, oink, oink. 192 for 6. Come on, Mendes. Don't disappoint me. This is your time. You're due for 100 big time. As long as he doesn't run out of partners, and that's the other danger. And most result-oriented venues. Goals were up there. MCG, Sri Bangla, and Centurion Pata. It's the 5th most result-oriented field. Last 10 matches in Galle batting, first team won 8 out of 10. Well, that says a lot. %. So St George's Park, Gibberha. Oh, not sure what that is. That's in, I'm guessing, South Africa. Melbourne, MCG. Darkar's got 23 out of 20. And Centurion Park. Brisbane Cricket Ground's up there, SCG's up there. Interesting stuff. I'm not sure exactly what that's all about. I don't think I've ever seen that before, if I'm being honest with you. I'll see if I can get a hold of it. I'm not going to hang on. All right. 6-4. My views on Swepson bowling. Suffolk Bagara, I think he's bowled okay. He took 2 wickets, did very well. But is the wicket monumentally in his favour? I'd say it is. And hence why it's so favourable. What do you think of latest census results? RMC, what are you talking about? What census results? Are you in the election results, you mean, or what census? That's quite a while ago. I haven't seen them. Now, India and Pakistan goes there. That tells you how batting friendly those wickets are in the past. Yeah, well, we could say it. You're pretty well right. Dick Willis playing that sweet shot, but they have covered it. It'll take a while before he gets into some rhythm again. Let's see Dick Willer get 100. It's still, relatively early in the scheme of things. Let's see what's going on here. Just trying to work out. Well, that was a very satisfying note. I feel like this will be a 2-0 to Sri Lanka. It's early days. And Dick Willer has put the ball in a gap this time. He'll get us at least a single. He moves to 53. There we go. Okay. Getting there. I feel like this will be it. I love Lupkins. I'm not denying that it feels like it, but it's way, way too early. We've got to see Australia bat and that test pan out. Sri Lanka and Baldinia is really the key. He's a sensation. Takes a lot of wickets in Sri Lanka, especially on this wicket. And with a keeper like Dick Willer behind him too, by the way. These two have knuckled down for a few overs now. We've got Nick Hockley in there. We've got H.D. Ackerman and Faiz Maharouf. Oh, my God. That has to be close. That has to be close. Are they going to go up? I think it was too high. I don't think he's a best to smash sixes against the Boomerang summary. Okay, we'll see. I think you're right. And then you've got obviously a serious change in partnership. There certainly is. Machira Paleogugu. That looks like a little bit more closer. Models. There's no edge there. Oh my God, it looks adjacent, doesn't it? It was going over the stumps. I believe it was going over the stumps just for that. Wait and see. Oh, it's not that high. Oh, it's out. It's hitting. Oh my God, he's going to be given out. He's given out. Yes, I'm afraid we've got a dismissal here. Lyon's taken his 3rd wicket. That was disappointing. Good review, Mendes, I must say. So that puts Nathan Lyon only 4 away from being in the top 10, as a matter of fact. Is the spam birthday coming out now? See whether he can bat. So he's test debut. Yes, they're out fine. I'll say, I'm going to say there's a so biased one to you. Great now. I don't think so. I don't think he's biased. I think he's very, very fair, actually. Kuma-san, Demosato, great guy, doing really well. This is where the issue starts. He's played 56 matches, inning 75 runs. He hasn't got a great performance there. Jeffrey Van Der Zee's taken a while to make it to Testorino as well. But as long as he can hang around with our favourite friend, it did look better. It looks worse than what it was. So, Lyon, I said 4 more wickets he's got to take. And yeah, so actually, have got any data to back it up? Yeah, I agree. The Indian spinners will have a bit of a cakewalk here. Not Indian, sorry, Sri Lankan spinners will have a bit of a cakewalk here. Let's have a look now at how this goes. Oh my God, it was almost an identical delivery. It was almost an identical wicket. Oh my God. What happened there? Anderson played a very similar shot. Now they're going to review this. This was a little bit more turning and a little bit more bounce, and they're not reviewing this. Certainly plenty of spin there. It spun far too much and bounced too far. We're going to be... Come on, Dick Weller, we need to get more runs from you. So look here. Oh, it's not going to be easy for Austin in Australia. Come on, Dick Weller. 54 overs going to be cut a bit longer than this. Sri Lanka have to get 250 to make this encouraging. A fair ground there. Only 130 k's is the speed of Cummins, boat there out in the harbour. See the puff of dust there? Aussie batsmen are going to fall down like 9 pins. You'd have to think that would be the case, but let's just get a few more runs on the board for Sri Lanka to make it worthwhile. Dick Weller's the key for Sri Lanka now. He's got to manipulate the strike. They've got 2 other batters in that spun a lot. It was a big spinning ball. But if the ball's going to spin that far, you're going to have to get your bat down on. Dick Weller, okay. And we can see Cummins reached 200 wickets too, by the way, in this match, or this series. Galle fought, as we know it. Kuhneman there is a head. Not sure who that is. Russian Dickwiller could also break some records here for number of catches, dismissals at least in Test cricket. He's ranked third at the moment. He's fast approaching Sangakkara's second position, and then not far from Prasanna Jayawardene, the keeper there, and his record. He's within half a dozen, like 7 or 8 thereabouts. I'll wait and see how he can get that. So there's records to be broken for Dickwiller, Cummins. Oh my God, that's an incredible shot. An incredible shot. Such a one-day shot. It wasn't funny. He hit the ball over his head. It's just a phenomenal shot. Popped it right over like a dill scoop. Most interesting shot. Incredible shot, actually. I mean, Pat Cummins like that. Who would ever do that? Dickwiller 57. Got to keep going. He hasn't scored a century. Oh, they'll be proud. Sister Sonali would be proud. Oh my God, they put someone back there, would you believe? They put someone back there. Incredible. Umpires call always going to the home to neutral. Umpires should come out as soon as possible. Well, I don't know. I don't think it's a matter that he was being unfair at all. Kumar Dharmasena is not like that. Dickwiller 58 or 56. He's showing the way here. He's still Embledenia and Asita to bat with him. Not much batting, to be honest, with him at the moment. Shrepson's taken 2, Lyons taken 3. So the spinners have taken a total of 5 wickets. And Cummins and Stark have pitched in with 2, 1 each. So yeah, there's a little bit more to go. How much we going time? I'm going to be switching over very shortly, in about another 10 minutes time, to the other show. So guys, you can follow me directly on that if you like. You'll see the handle there. And it's trying to make 300. So what? Yeah, well, there's an element of that. I mean, it's not exactly. Come on, Ross. Let's get some runs off here. I don't know why he's playing a lot of that reverse sweep through an area which is cover. Heading against the spin too. I mean, bowling sides don't know what to do with this sort of way of doing things. I must be honest. What's gone uppishly hasn't quite gone where he wanted it to go. Particularly needs to be. I'll be Juju. How are you? I will be in Sydney tomorrow. Oh, that's very good. And you'll be on the show in about another 5 minutes. I'll be Juju. We're about to start the show on 8 o'clock. We'll have our gaggle of Babs and Doofus and Giuseppe and hopefully Harry. Now don't tell me he's been given out. Oh no, Dickwiller, what have you done? Oh, I'm very upset about this. He's been caught behind, has he? Let's see this again. It's a 58. Yeah, there's a big edge on that. And there's Lyon getting his 4th wicket too. Oh, yet again, Dickwiller does not get 100. It's 58. Yet again, he hadn't got it. Oh, geez, I'm so upset about this. Lyon's taken 4 wickets though. On the other hand, would love to meet you in the future. I'll be Juju. We'll talk about it. You can meet me. Yeah, come to Sydney and talk to me. Impossible on this dust bowl. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Damn, this Embledenia's come in now. Sri Lanka got us get a lot more runs. Embledinia's bowling is going to be very, very important. Russian Nicola 58 line, 4 for 81. He's only a handful of wickets away from big honours here. Really, really good effort. Embledinia, so 8 for 198. The pitch is already breaking up. Embledinia's played 17 matches, Johnny has scored 26 innings, so 185, batting average is 7. Best 40. He needs that 40 today. Series changing is it from well, it could hopefully keep them in the good books, but let's just wait and see. I'm not all that happy with getting 50. He needs to get 100. Oh yeah, there's a distinct edge on that. Okay. Well, Lyon's having a field day, isn't he? Second 40. This was the wicket that he took, his very first Test wicket. That was Sangakkara caught behind, or it was caught behind for the first wicket. I don't like how it's the team's responsibility to correct the umpire's wrong. If a team doesn't take review, the incorrect decision would still stand. I like to see a VAR system in cricket. Okay. I just don't want I don't want any of this computer garbage. Let the umpire make decisions. They can live or die by his decision. Move on. It's wasting of time and everything. I don't like it. Oh, well, I was going to bag a five for you the way he's going. It's not going. I've got to get 220 at least. It's not serious change of life. Did you know that fact? Sri Lankan spinners is ineffective in the last 2 seasons. I'd be careful. And I do for some cricket things coming today. Yes, they are Subash, but on the other channel, not on this channel. I'm going to stop this channel. And as Embledini said, what it looks like a 4 was a 6. Let's give it a nice old whack. He said a 6. There is scores 204. I'm coming. There's another link that you have to. I'll be stopping this and I'm going to that link in only a matter of 5 minutes. So I'm going to be just about changing over now. So, guys, everyone that's here, needs to be wary of the fact that I'm going to be changing platforms very shortly. You got to follow me onto the next platform. All right. Yeah, Aussie struggle against the spin and ODI, so they'll Embledini gets his act together. 8 for 204. Well, it's not a great score. It's not enough to command a big lead, but if they get to 220 plus, well, we'll see. You can't compare ODIs to tests. Well, you can if it comes to batting struggling, that's for sure. All right, guys. The people that are watching now, I'm going to be changing programs. All right. With Sri Lanka now, 8 for 204. I won't be doing too much more. We're getting more people on the show. All right, so you people are viewing now. Oliver, Sahaj, Savash, come and join the other platform. Watch out for the links. You'll see a new link crop up for the gig. Okay, the gig. So watch that. I'm going to be letting you go there. Good night, now. We're not going anywhere. Don't say good night to me. Talk to you soon.